So let's look at finding the LCD if we have three terms. There are a couple of ways we can do it. One way is to make a list of the multiples of the largest number. So multiples meaning 52 times 1 is 52. 52 times 2 is 104. 52 times 3 is 156, etc. We could keep going. And then we look at our other two denominators. So we made a list of the multiples of our biggest denominator. Let's look at the other two. To find the LCD, I need the smallest multiple that is divisible by both, in this case, 4 and 8. So I can do 52 divided by 4, and we get a whole number, so that's good. But how about 52 divided by 8? We do not get a whole number, so 52 is out. We look at 104, the next multiple of our biggest denominator. Divided by 4, that works. That's a whole number. How about 104 divided by 8? And that works as well. So the fact that we got whole numbers means that 104 is divisible by both 4, 8, and 52. It is the smallest number that is divisible by all three of the denominators. So that's one way to do this, and it works great if you find that number early on. The other way is to do a prime factorization of the three denominators. So 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2. 8 can be broken down into first 4 times 2, and 4 is 2 times 2. So that means 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. We can take 52 and prime factor that. It's even, so we can divide by 2 and get 26. And then 26 is 2 times 13. So what makes 52? 2 times 2 times 13. And again, 4 was just 2 times 2. So the rule here is that we look at each factored denominator. And the question is, how many times do we write the factor of 2 in our LCD? So here's the rule. And it's a bit confusing, but it's the greatest amount of times you see the factor in any one denominator. So how often does the factor of 2 occur in each denominator? It occurs twice as a factor of 4. It occurs 3 times as a factor of 8. And it occurs twice as a factor of 52. So we take the greatest number of times we see the factor in one factored denominator. So we don't use these, we don't use these. And then how often do we see the factor of 13? We only see it once. So we bring it in as well. 2 times 2 times 2 times 13 is 104. So the question that comes up on these problems is, well, what if we also had a factor of 13 there? And then we have basically a tie of how many times we see the factor of 13. And if you have a tie, you only write it that many times. So we have, if we had a tie of 13 occurring once in multiple factors, you would only write it once in your LCD. So let me know if you have questions. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next time.